Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Sean. This is Nibbler. Today I am reviewing Boy by Roald Dahl. There he goes. Want a treat? So this is the third Roald Dahl book I've read. I first read Matilda, a book on the top 1000 list, 1000 books to read before you die by James Mustich. I also read Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and I liked both. I was most interested in reading another book by Roald Dahl that I got called Solo, which is about his adventures or whatever flying airplanes in World War II. I was about to start reading it, but then I saw that it was book 2 of his memoirs, kind of. Book 1 is this book, Boy. So I went back to the bookstore and I got Boy and I started reading it instead. So, spoiler free. Basically, I did like this book. I enjoyed reading it. Oops, I dropped it. I want to train him to say I dropped it instead of saying, oops, you dropped it. Here you go. So I did like reading this book. The writing style is unique because it keeps with Roald Dahl's writing style. Like, he writes books kind of for children mostly. That's what he's most known for. And this book is written in the same kind of way, and it even has some illustrations in it. So it looks and reads very similar to reading his other books. So it's not written just like as a standard autobiography. It's written like a book for children, an autobiography, like targeted for young readers. And I like that. You want it back? So, you keep dropping it. So this book covers a span from basically Roald Dahl's birth, his parents, like the history of his parents getting together and all that, his family history. He was born, I want to say, in Norway. He was definitely like actually 100% Norwegian, I think. And then it goes into like how they moved to England, and then most especially his growing up in English schools. And reading this book, you definitely see like hints of what would become Matilda, like the headmaster in Matilda, the like mean evil woman. I think her name is Trunchbull. You see like the inspiration behind that. And also for Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, there's a chapter about like a candy store that Roald Dahl used to go to. And so that kind of serves as the early inspiration for Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. There may be other references as well with Roald Dahl's other books. I do not know because I have not read them, so I would not have picked up on those references, but I don't know. So anyway, you keep dropping it. So the long and short of it is I did like this book and I do recommend it if you're interested. Quit dropping it. If you're interested in Roald Dahl, if you've read or are into Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Matilda, or any of his other books, I do recommend it. I think it's an enjoyable, worthwhile read. And I am not a fan of autobiographies or memoirs, so for me to like it, that is pretty cool. I think just the biggest thing it comes back to is just the style in which it's written, just a unique style, written as if it's an autobiography for younger readers. That just makes it unique, and I liked it. So that is it for the spoiler-free stuff. There is one more thing I want to talk about more in depth. So if you want to read the book without knowing that, go ahead and end the video here. Thank you for watching. Otherwise, the main thing about this book, the main thing I did not like about this book, and it's not any fault of Dahl or anything, so I mean it's not like an actual fault of the book, it's more a problem I had with the events that actually unfolded, is Dahl writes quite extensively about like corporal punishment in school. So there's a scene where he basically pulls a prank on this lady who runs this candy shop, and then there's an incident in school where he gets like in trouble for something he did not really mean to do, like he broke a pen or pencil or something in class, and his teacher, like he asked another student to borrow his pen, and the teacher was all like, what? I hear you talking, are you cheating? And the teacher was just like real insistent that Roald was cheating when he wasn't. And anyway, he gets punished for that, and it describes at length basically his caning by his teacher. Oh, and also there's description of basically like the older kids in school would get to discipline the younger kids. And I just did not like all these scenes. I mean, just one that it seems like very violent, you know, and Roald Dahl agreed. I mean, he writes in this book how he did not really understand how they allowed this for having, you know, adults just punish kids and for kids to punish other kids. He said he didn't understand why they allowed that and why people would do that. Anyway, these scenes, these descriptions about disciplining of the kids and the older kids disciplining the younger kids and giving spankings and everything and caning the other kids, it's just really unlikable. It made me really angry, like explosive anger, like execute these people on the spot. It just pisses me off that people would do this. I just have zero tolerance for that. I think that is unacceptable. I think it's disgusting and it's really bizarre and just completely made my stomach churn. So I did not like these scenes at all. So that is something about the book I did not like. Again, that is not something like Roald Dahl did wrong. He basically has the same viewpoint that this is wrong, this is weird, why were they allowing this? And so anyway, that is something in the book that was definitely a strong takeaway for me. I did not like those scenes at all. In spite of that, they were still pretty short scenes. I mean, they were pretty descriptive. So, I mean, like every disciplining scene would be at least like 3 pages long, maybe. So, Dahl definitely does let you know, like, the in-depth kind of stuff about what's going on. I mean, just like how much this hurts and everything, and like the anticipation between each swat and everything. So, he does describe that at length. But overall, they're not too long scenes, about 3 pages or so. All of the chapters in this book are about, 3, 4, 5 pages long. So not too hard to read. And it's real good for me because I'm having a real bad reading year. I'm not reading much this year. So this is a good book for me to read because it's just a real short, easy, simple read. So I liked it. So Roald Dahl is kind of quietly becoming a must-read author for me. So this is the 3rd book I've read after Matilda and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I'm definitely going to read his book Solo, the one about flying airplanes in World War II. And after this, I think I want to read the first book he wrote, which I want to say is James and the Giant Peach. I'm not sure, but that is a show or cartoon or whatever I remember seeing like once when it came out, I think. And I don't remember anything about it really, so I am interested in reading that. And along the way, I kind of feel I may as well read every Roald Dahl book that I can. If you guys are interested, I did another video reviewing Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, which I will post over here. So if you want to go give that a watch, go ahead. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.